Namaste and welcome.
Welcome, beloved ones. You know, Shri and I have been really taking time to come with this forward with this video, and we almost feel like it's a public service announcement because the year 2016 is the second year in this escalator to expansion, and it doesn't matter when you're catching this video. What matters is that you're paying attention to the energy that some might be referring to as almost a second wave ascension, and recognizing, is this a second wave ascension or is this an opportunity for polarity expansion? How do you know the difference? And really, how do you navigate these times? Because there's a lot that's happening. And it's beginning, remember, it was March 2015 when the 7-year escalator opened, right? And so it was 2015 through 2022. Right. In March 2016, the energies around the equinox are going to be very, very misunderstood, could be potentially polarizing or energizing. And so we wanted to come forward with this information before that time. And it doesn't matter when you're watching this video, it will all still click in and make sense.
So first off, during the overall time that we're in, which we're referring to kind of as a marker from March 2015 up to 2022, you know, these years are offering a greater opportunity to the entire planet. And when I say opportunity, I'm referring to the energization and the alignments and the capacity to lift into your soul's expression. Mm-hmm. Now that's the big theme. Within that theme, there are moments of kind of ups and downs and expansions and respirations. March 2016, this equinox, offers an opportunity to achieve a new balance. Because remember, we're in the month of beingness.
Now that's important to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to remember that, we've gone through each month is opening up the gateway for divine recognition and connection.
Now, for those of you that might just be catching this video and have not been tracking with some of the things we've been sharing, at the very least go back and watch our January video for January 2016, because in that video we talked about that for the first time ever on the planet we have this opening of the Matronian star, which is a 5-pointed star. It's very powerful, and each one of these points has been igniting January, February, March, April, May. So here we are in March, and we're at the third point, which, you know, when you have a tripod, it takes 3 points to stabilize. Yep. This is a very powerful energy, and it's the energy of be, claiming your beingness. Everything that's in action right now in March is going to, let's just use the word expand, come to fruition in April, continue on through May, and set a stage. So the reason we wanted to come forward is there's a lot of people talking about a huge ascension event in March, and I totally see, and I totally understand how they're perceiving it that way. However, it's important to recognize that yes, anytime there is an equinox, there is an opportunity for balance, and that this balance is spread equilaterally among all beings and all energy. To spiritualize or bring in an ego-centered recognition of one group is going to have a vast experience and everyone else is not, is a concerning energy during this March equinox, because there is a risk of major polarity. Now, we're not here to talk about the news and the politics and all of that. I'm sure you've done your own research on that, and we could go on forever about that. And as a matter of fact, we have in our blog site where people blog with us, we talk about that a lot. What we're here to share is that pay attention to your energy and your intentions, because it's kind of like, you know, strap in, get on the ride, we're all on it, and yeah, there is a jettison coming through March, especially through the latter half of March, and this is an opportunity where you're going to either see a huge rise in drama, chaos, and polarity, or indeed there's going to be a sense of expansion into the greater fifth dimensional ascended energies and beyond.
You know, it can be very confusing while you're in the mix to understand where you are and what you're experiencing. I mean, we kind of have to step back or walk through in order to comprehend, oh, that's what I was doing. That's what I was experiencing. And the reason I say that is everything is overlaid. There are horrific experiences overlaid with the sublime.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of where are you projecting your energy? What are you allowing to come into your field of recognition?
Yeah.
These are the learnings. There is a difference between transitioning and ascending.
Now, there is a huge difference, my angels, and this is important to recognize because we get a lot of questions about that.
And so in the most simple sense, when we leave our body of form, when we die in a conventional, using those words, we are transitioning out of this experience into our spiritual body and perhaps getting ready for another human birth, or who knows.
And that's really part of the journey, the soul's journey in form, in density.
And so that transition experience is actually, on one level, it's a grand celebration for the soul to be released.
Indeed.
And to have that clarity and that next moment of choice. However, ascension is sometimes confused with that, meaning that some people believe that the ascension experience happens at death, at the loss of the physical body, and it can. Other people believe that the ascension experience is a step-by-step lifting of your vibrational rate while you still have a body, and that can happen as well. However, the body can only go so far, and the soul can go much further than the physical form. So it raises an interesting dynamic of how far do we go while honoring and conserving this worldly experience, or stepping into multidimensional experience.
You know, this is a very powerful, and I know controversial thing to discuss, but there's a few things we just invite you to open your heart. It's kind of why I wore my heart kurta today. We invite you to open up your heart and really step into this. And here's a few things you may want to, we just invite you to consider. The first is that through the process of self-ascension, we receive the blessing of raising our vibrational level while we're still in form. Now, the gift of that is that as we move through, we like to call it the Pyramid of Spiritual Awakening, as it's been offered to us. As we lift up through the Pyramid of Spiritual Awakening, we receive the eternal gift of being able to broaden and have a greater experience of multidimensional realms while we're still in form. Some people choose to ascend upon transition, and that's totally okay. Others, Shri and I, we've chosen what we were invited to choose when the Archangelic Realm first stepped in and said hello, is what's known as self-ascension, a conscious lifting of vibrational rate. Now, I will share with you that there are some great and amazing blessings, and there are some amazing challenges. You know, here at Terra Nostra, over the past month of March, and we talked a little bit about this, but we want to share a little more intimately with you today, and we appreciate you being with us on this video. We recently dealt with a ninth dimensional, let's just say, how do you want to describe it? Let's just say a ninth dimensional group of beings that were here that were not all that benevolent. They were actually on their way filtering in. They had come down through the ninth, down through the seventh, down through the fifth, and were actually at one point here in form on the third. And we had a very interesting experience with them. Now, why did that happen? Some people might say we had a close encounter of an AT encounter. What we realized through this experience was that they kept phase shifting, they kept moving through dimensions, because what they wanted was the ascension portal that's here at Terra Nostra. Shri and I, 13 years ago, which is hard to believe, I love that number, first anchored a planetary ascension portal when we had Tosa Ranch and were living in New Mexico. And this was very, very powerful and profound land, and we had similar experiences then. Part of why we left the United States was because when we were living there, it was routine to have military presence, black helicopters. I mean, we were just constantly being invaded.
Interference both at the physical level through the black helicopters and the psychic intruders.
Lots and lots of remote viewers, government remote viewers, and it was quite frankly becoming a full-time job dealing with all of that. And we were clearly guided that we would be able to have a greater experience moving outside of that energy.
And we've not shared a whole lot about this because it's a controversial topic, and I think most people get agitated by it because it is intrusive.
And it's not our goal to even share it with you from the only reason we're sharing it with you now is to say you have a choice, and there are many realms that are playing, and in March 2016, it's all here.
Yeah.
It's all here right now.
And the other reason that we feel called to share it is because it's true.
Yeah.
And we do have experience with this, and we understand.
We even have photographs.
We understand how to transition through dimensions. This is part of our practice and our spiritual orientation toward all that is.
And it's part of why people come down here to Terra Nostra, is to learn how to do this in a very safe way. And, you know, our halfway house was Guatemala, and we loved it because living in Guatemala gave us the opportunity to we spent 5 years living and being with the Highland Mayan elders, and we're blessed beyond belief with all of the gifts that have come our way. Even as I'm sharing this with you now, I gaze right over here at all of our beautiful Mayan naguales that were gifted to us from the priests. And we've created many things here at Terra Nostra based upon our many years in Guatemala. And one of the gifts of Guatemala was that it was the heart of this side of the planet. It was, the heart of in between North and South America is this heart, or Central America. And the vibrant colors and energies and open-mindedness and cosmic connection assisted Shri and I giggle and say it was our halfway house, because so much happened there that it would take hours to share with you. However, when the call came to then go North America, Central America, all the way down to South America, the call was there is another ascension portal. And it was not, we didn't know we were coming to Uruguay. We thought maybe we were going to Paraguay, maybe we were going to Chile, maybe we were going to Argentina, maybe we were going to Brazil. All we knew was that the call was so strong because of our multidimensional ascension process that our intention was to say, okay, 13 years ago, we started this process. We've always known this was part of our mission. And so by anchoring here at Terra Nostra, and it was this land that called us, and the vibrational portals that are here, it has taken us to the next level of understanding the frequent interference of, let's just use the word visiting energies that are phase shifting right now. And this is why we feel like this is a PSA, our public service announcement at this moment in the ascension process, is because there is a lot of information going on specifically about the March equinox. Well, of course there is. And there's going to be an enormous amount of information about it every March between 2015 and 2022.
Every March, every June, every December.
Every September. I mean, you're going to have March, June, September, December. And yes, these are powerful moments of harmonic balance. The key is, and this is really important, if you are feeling chaotic, if you are feeling, if you kind of have out of the corner of your eye, is somebody there? They probably are, and you're not going crazy. And we're willing to talk about this because we're living this, and there are many community members living here with us. We are all loving the blessings that come from living in such pure, clean environment, and we're transmitting that to you today.
So I want to kind of put a little bit of a wrapper on this.
Absolutely.
The dimensional and multidimensional experiences have always been there. Mm-hmm. What's changed is the confluence that's going on at this time in the history.
Yeah.
And that with the appearance of the galactic alignments, which really started clicking in at the end of 2012,
yeah.
The galactic alignments, the energetic alignments, and the gateway opportunity that we have before us now for this period of years.
Yeah.
So consider how realistic that is. Many people said, oh no, there's a magic date. Remember Y2K, magic date, everything happens in one instant. December 21, 2012, magic date, everything happens in one instant.
And we were living with the Mayan who kept shaking their heads and going, no!
It's not it. It's that's other people's interpretation.
Exactly.
What we're being gifted with right now is the recognition that these shift of the ages happen much a more gentle, in a more gentle fashion in one regard, meaning it's a multi-year experience. Not so gentle energetically, because there is a rapid vibrational shift. You're in it. All of the junk going on in the world is a reflection of it. Polarity is the human response to energy. We either head over to the light, or we head over to the dark, or we just feel uncomfortable if we're caught in between.
And that's the real key here, angels, is as we head to these propulsion events, and that's why I start out by saying, okay, buckle up, hold on, because this is a propulsion event coming. The gift you can give yourself is to be clear. What is your sacred intention for your life? What is it that you are really able to hold as dear? And you know, we ignited some violet flames all around us, and we wanted to intentionally be with the violet flame miracle present Shiva, because this is a moment more than ever to claim your I am miracle presence. You know, if you can get clear on one thing, then we would invite you to get clear on the fact that your life is a miracle, that your presence is a miracle, and that we are all, and this is every being on the planet, so loved and so supported that whatever your soul's journey is here to accomplish, you will accomplish it. This is why there's such a vast disparity in what's this, what's that. What's most important is ignite the miracle presence within yourself. Claim that energy. It is your birthright. And go ahead.
No, that energy, I just want to jump in on that.
Please.
Remember, the theme at this current time is be.
Be.
Claim
Be.
your beingness. Whatever spiritual practices, whatever forms of meditation, whatever forms of yoga, whether it's walking in nature or sitting quietly, now more than ever, learn how to anchor your energy in that pure state of being. And you'll walk right through all of this seeming chaos.
And this is really important what Shri is saying, because here's the gift, all right? The gift is that these beings we're talking about, they thrive on doubt and fear. Remember that the only way they can affect you is they enter through your own doubt and fear, and then the ego wraps around it. They become like a friend in fear. And so, as Shri is sharing right here, if you can release the doubt evermore and trust that the divine is, beloveds, the divine is working through you, or you would not be watching this video right now. You are here right now hearing this because deep within you, you know the truth of this. And, you know, we're so committed to this that we're really reaching out. If you have not investigated TOSA Miracle Team, TOSA, miracleteam.com, please go. Because when you can consciously ignite your I am miracle presence, when you send that signal to the universe, in whatever way you send it, go to tosamiracle.com, investigate the site. Be sure to click on the About Us page. Be sure to click on the Why I Should Know About This. Click on it. Read, connect, feel your heart ignite. Because together, as we reunify as a conscious worldwide gift of ignited miracle presence, not only do we create miracles for ourselves, our families, our communities, our globe, our universe. This is a powerful time. Yeah. Yes, a lot's getting ready to happen. You have the power to thrive through it, or you have the power to dive into it. The gift is that your soul's purpose is being served, my loves. Take advantage of the gift of being, because your clarity will manifest with great action April, May, June. So this is your moment.
Beloveds, take a deep breath in and trust your own hearts. We love you. Namaste.